just going to say hi to Tesla's over at the Janitors, who I'm sure is feeling us slightly outnumbered as his other founders couldn't join tonight. But are you okay, man? Can you say hi?
Yeah, I'm good. I appreciate you having us on. Actually, I believe Wiley ETH Coyote is actually in the crowd, and he's one of the co-founders. I think he might be able to say a little bit about himself. He has requested to speak. But while you get him up, I'll give you a little bit of background on me. So my name is Terces. I actually graduated from university with an economics degree. Started out in business development and sales. Grew a division of a company from about 30,000 to 10 million in 2 years, and then decided to branch off, start my own company. Grew that from 0 to about 2.7 million in 2 years. And then this fall, or 2021, really found a passion for NFTs, started trading NFTs, looking into projects, talking with founders. And, when I first got in, I didn't want to spend too much ETH because I didn't really know what I was doing. So I started trying to do giveaways and stuff on Twitter, following people. Quickly realized I was never going to win any of those. And I came up with a project to potentially give people opportunities every single week to win real NFTs. And not only that, but vote and have the power to vote on those projects and really deep dive into projects. And so that's how Janitors formed. But yeah, that's a little bit of background about me. Just really super excited to have this project up and running. We've made some great traction. And I'll pass it over to Wiley and let him say something.
Thanks, man.
Awesome. Yeah, appreciate that for sure. Super excited to be here. Obviously, some great guests. Bubble World looks amazing. That sounds like a heck of a project for sure. I'm Wiley, co-founder over at Janitors. Terces came to me a while back with the idea, and I was hooked. Same kind of story as you've mostly heard on these spaces. I've been in crypto probably 2015, 2016 when Bitcoin was kind of the hot thing in the streets, and then NFTs last summer, fall was surveying, dove headfirst right as that PFP bull market slowed down. So I got waxed a couple times, as I'm sure we all have, and I decided to turn in the other side, get behind the curtain a bit, and build a project. Now, the other thing that Terces mentioned, obviously, he has a business background. Sounds like we got a bunch of econ guys here too, which is really cool. I'm definitely not an econ guy, but I do own and operate my own small business up here in the beautiful state of Maine. So that's the quick background on myself on a personal level, and just super excited to hear what Bubble World has to say and to kind of share some stuff about what we're doing with Chandlers. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Wiley. Thanks.
Post Malone is not an investor in Janitors, so Bubble World, if you want to go ahead and let him know about the Janitors, we'll take an investment from him.
I mean, what you're experiencing there is, Terces, the very first question we've got through since we started chatting is from RX Backpacker. He says, "Tell me how to build a business from 0 to $2.7 million immediately."
Sales.
Yeah, exactly, man. That's another Spaces, right? Love speaking to you a couple of weeks ago. Obviously, we've had quite a few chats since then. I love the ethos of the project, and I think, look, two things immediately, right? We've got sort of a major US contingent on the call tonight, but previous calls have taken us from Australia through Asia, through the Middle East, Europe, the UK, South America, and out to the US. So literally, this is the thing I love the most about NFT world is like everyone literally across the globe just like hooking up on Spaces, meeting in Discords, meeting in rugged projects like 6-9 months ago, and then launching their own project massively successfully. And just the way that the whole space empowers people, I think is amazing. Tonight's call, I'm just like say super excited with just two projects that actually at first glance are probably massively different scale, massively different setup, massively different target, but really interesting. I wonder if there's a crossover in audience, and we'll get to that. But let's jump over to Tursis, because man, in terms of your timing, I know you've grown, clicked over 15K on Twitter. There's been some really significant backing from influencers like champs and stuff.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, so yeah, we've grown to, we've done everything organic, all basically just us reaching out to projects over and over again, starting from literally ground zero, starting from nothing, reaching out to projects, reaching out to influencers that we like specifically. We've been kind of picky with who we work with. We want to find projects we like, people we like in the industry, and we've gotten to know a lot of cool people, just like yourself. But before we talk a little bit more about janitors, I do just want to say I was one of the first 100 people in the PX Quest Discord, and it was funny
props for
because
that, man.
I think the guy who was running it was the good old Meowie, right?
Yeah. Well, he was
And
fronting it. He wasn't running it, but go for it.
he was so funny. Everything he did was just had me cracking up. I remember he would play games with people, which were, one was like whitelist or kick. Basically, you would flip a coin, and if you got it right, you got whitelist, and if you lost, he kicked you out of the Discord, which was so funny.
No, exactly. Reno and Dogberto, as the main founders, had Meowie fronting stuff up, and he did an amazing job. There's no question about that.
Yeah, that guy was an excellent marketer. I mean, he had people like Llamaverse in there, all those guys in there, just cracking up the whole time. So that was really funny. But I remember, being in there really early, and to talk a little bit more about janitors, PX Quest is the perfect type of project we like to look for. So essentially, janitors, every single week, the community will vote on a project that we feel is an undervalued project. We will sweep the floor with the community wallet, and we'll raffle the NFTs back off to our holders immediately. We're planning on doing that on chain, so it's going to go by tokens. So we'll have 4,444 in the collection at a mint price of 0.044. And Wiley can step in and talk some more too if my kid who's painting my toenails right now gets a little bit.
I love it.
But
Yeah, so I'll help you out. So just to take over really quickly, he hit everything perfectly. I'm Wiley. I co-founder over at the Janitors, do a lot of the community management, Discord stuff, as well as some of the marketing. And just to kind of give folks who haven't heard of us yet, the overall gist. At Mint, 50% of Mint revenue is going to a community wallet. That'll be about 100 ETH or so. And then 50% of secondary sales, royalties, are also going to go to that community wallet. Once a week, like Tercy said, we will have a voting system in place. We will randomly select the top 5 projects selected by the community. We'll run them through a randomizer. Whichever project wins, we will take the genie out. We'll go sweep that floor. And then the next day or two, as Tercy's alluded to, we will be handing those back to janitor holders. One janitor is essentially one raffle ticket. If you hold 30, you got 30 raffle tickets. You have one raffle ticket. So it's a really cool way for folks to kind of, both OGs of the game and the newcomers, to kind of get involved, see what projects are out there. And our Discord server is fascinating because we don't talk about ourselves, right? We talk about other projects. So the alpha being tossed around in the server is a lot of fun. And it's a really cool spot right now. It's a really cool place to be, especially in a bear market, because there's lots of deals out there.
Yeah. No, look, I think it's fascinating. I love the vibe in your Discord. I've really enjoyed getting to know Tursis a little bit. I think, the concept is a really quite simple one, but really fun. And at the end of the day, like you said, if you maybe hold 4, then that's a 1 in 1,000 chance, literally every single week of winning an NFT for round numbers. So I mean, look, questions straight away from the floor would be like, have you guys got alpha guys employed by the project to work out which projects to sweep, because let's face it, OpenSea has a ton of projects, and it would be a needle in a haystack to find undervalued ones, or is it easier than that?
Sure. No, great question, of course. And I will say our server, like Tercy said, we've grown organically. We started the server out in January, late January, and that organic slow growth has really given us some excellent names. We have some big alpha kind of callers, if you will, in the server. But we also have your everyday person who kind of likes to just uh, research the NFT market, see what's going on. So different projects are being brought up throughout the day, right? Whether it's a brand new mint, a free mint, an expensive mint, whatever it is. And then there's chatter followed up, right? So we're kind of talking about what we like about it, what we don't like about it. And yeah, the who to sweep stuff, two answers there. The community, yes, we have some great members. We kind of have an alpha council among the founders that we like already, guys
Yeah.
and gals that we trust. And the secondary part of that is, yeah, the community will have full say, but we will be vetting these projects. We're not going to subject our community to any projects that the alpha council thinks is a very clear rug, for example, or something with legitimately no value. But yeah, for the most part, it will be community led. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, and
Yeah, no, it
beyond
sounds cool.
beyond the sweeps, I mean, yeah, that's a cool and it's a simple utility that we feel like a lot of newcomers and a lot of people in the space really like and really enjoy, because it's fun, because you get to deep dive into these projects every single week, and you don't necessarily even have to do the homework. We do a lot of that homework for you. But besides that, we also have some really good art, and we made it a real focal point that, uh, we see in NFTs, one of the most important things, or one of the things that everybody looks at first, is the art, right? There's got to be a good business behind the NFT right now, as we grow in the market and everything starts changing some. But beyond that, the art is the first thing that people look at, and so we made it a focus to focus on the art and make it really cool. So we also have a couple different one-of-ones from projects, like the artist from Project Gojira did a one-of-one for us. It's amazing. It's a a Godzilla holding a broom. It's super funny. And then on top of that, we have Matt Cheska from Pop Art Cats, who did a 101 for us. Timmy Drift from Illogics, who did a 101 for us. And then on top of that, we have 69 other one-of-ones done by our artists. So we have some really cool stuff that's going to surprise people when they go to mint our project, for sure.
Cool. I feel bad asking you another question, Tess, is really with so much going on. But Wiley, can you still hear us okay?
Sure. Yeah, definitely. I'm all ears for questions. And before, so just there's a lot more that's going into it. And obviously, Terce's with the crazy household. We've all been there. But the art is outrageous. The sweeps are a major piece of what we're doing. But we are approaching this as if it's a business, like all three founders own in real life. So we have definitely secondary plans in place for some in real life partnerships and just kind of creative ways to really get the community going. But I'm happy to answer any kind of questions you guys have.
Yeah,
No,
we kind of
cool.
consider ourselves a project for the people, by the people. Like, we are bringing back some lighthearted fun to the space in a time where it's, a lot of people are stressed out. A lot of people are super worried about their money. Well, grab a janitor for 0.044, sit back and kind of enjoy the space, deep dive into some projects, hop in our Discord, and every single week you've got a lottery ticket to win some NFTs that could be big NFTs. Imagine hitting an Alien Friends at 0.08 and then it goes to 2.5. That's the kind of stuff we want to bring to the space.
Yeah. No, I love it, man. And I think you touched on something there straight away that a lot of people on the call will ask, which is, in the current market, thinking about mint. And I know you had April up as a mint date at some point. Obviously, that comes and goes. I don't know if you guys have are currently even published a mint date or are thinking about a date, given the market. But the mint price at 0.044 is obviously very, very accessible for new people as well as established guys in the space, right?
Sure. Yeah, no, and it's super tough, right? I mean, we've been building for so long that we kind of have been through like a bear market, a little mini bull run again, and then another bear. And we've been transparent with our community the whole time. We could have minted. Look, we could have minted last week or even 3 to 4 weeks ago. But we want to ensure that the project has legs. All we preach about is we're sick of rugs, whether they're fast rugs or slow rugs. You look at some of the floors these days of projects that were a lot of fun to be a part of in November, and the founders, not bad people by any means, but most of them maybe were artists. There weren't too many business minds in the space, and that floor price has just slowly gone away. You might get a little dead cat bounce when there's a tweet that goes out for X follow X type stuff, and yeah. And
Perfect, man. And I mean, a couple of questions from the floor. One statement from the floor, and then a question. So, from Frog@10, thanks for your comment. He said, "I hope they don't sweep the PX Quest floor because I'm totally underinvested," which has got some great reacts in the team chat. That's for certain.
I love that.
Good.
No, that's cool, man. And yeah, I mean, again, I think another question from the floor is like budget, like the weekly budget for sweeping. Will it be set to sweep a certain number of NFTs, or depending on the project, there'll be like a budget for the sweep? Because
Sure.
yeah. Does
Great
that make
question.
sense?
I mean, yeah, everybody joins the server. They say, "What's up, guys? When are we sleeping board 8?" Right? Like that's what everyone comes in.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, super common question, and the generality that we put out there right now is between 0.5 and 2.0 ETH for the floor. Sorry, 0.15 to 0.2 ETH is what we kind of have in mind for the floor of these projects that we're going to be looking to sweep, and the number of NFTs that we want to kind of keep in mind is about 15. So we want to be sweeping about 15 or so. A handful will go to a community wallet for potentially reselling. So kind of holding for long-term plays as an asset in the wallet, and then the rest of them will be swept off. So yeah, in short, there is a number in mind. Again, we're talking to the community through it, but there's a number in mind. We want to spend about, in terms of each sweep, each week we'll be spending anywhere from half an ETH to 2.0 ETH on a project.
Yeah. Got it, man. Well, you've met the bubble. You've met the bubble guys tonight, so you've got another platform coming up that you can sweep to, which is exciting. But
Super exciting.
Actually,
again,
no.
look, I think
Actually, no, Crip. We've talked quite a bit. I was going to have Crip on and the Axolotls on to our spaces, because that's another thing we didn't even hit on. We host spaces every single week. We actually had Neuromod on. We had Fat Cats on last week. We've had Cryptomories, Logic, some of these big projects. Every single week we have them on, and we get communities together. That's kind of our thing. We get a bunch of communities together. We have them talk to each other. Oftentimes, community members hear about other projects that they like, and they listen to the founders speak. And you can really learn a lot and figure out if you like a project by listening to the founders speak, a lot more so than you can if you just read their white paper or read their website. Because when you hear people talk, you can really get a feel. Do you like this founder? Do you like the people behind the project? And so we like that. We love hosting spaces. We love joining spaces, but we often don't talk about us very much. So it's nice to do these sometimes.
no, it's cool, man, and I totally agree. Like, I mean, I'm not the originator of the comment, like, buy the team and back the team and look at the team for a project. But in this case, I think tonight we've had two incredible teams on, very different teams, very different backgrounds, very different projects. But the key theme that runs like absolute hard through both of them is the passion for the space and the passion for your projects. And that I know that the rest of the PX Quest team love to see and love to hear. So again, I think we're like skimming the surface. For those of you that haven't seen the Janitors project, like, please hit them up. Please hit their Twitter. Please hit the Discord. You'll see their kooky character. He's like half Rick and Morty, half the Simpsons. Like, there he is with his broom in 4,444 different variations. So look, I'm super excited for the Janitors. I'm crazy excited for Bubble World 2, and I think it's just, I just want to say thanks for you guys coming on. Ter says, Wiley, we'll see some PX Quest holders get whitelist over the next few days, week or so, right? We've got to hook that up
Oh,
after
very much
the
so. Yeah,
I will.
Turkeys will absolutely handle that for sure. And I do have to split in just a second here because I have my kids as well. But this is kind
yeah.
of an example of the fun stuff that we do. If somebody's listening in right now, head to our Discord. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 50. All right. If you head in our Discord, tag me at Wiley ETH Coyote, and you guess that number correctly, boom, instant sweep list. Have a little fun.
Nice one, man. Thanks so much for joining.
Okay.
We really appreciate you. I'm going to